Hello and welcome to What We Eat at Home. Today my wife asked if I could make some more crisp bread because we're out, and I said of course. And also Gail at work wanted me to show her the recipe for a very long time because she tasted it at work and she said, oh, it's the best crisp bread ever. So I figured, hey, let's make a video and show you guys how to do it. It's actually really simple. So the first thing we need to do is get these cooking trays out. This is how we're gonna spread it out, or well, we're gonna spread it out on them. You're gonna need baking sheets. So I'm just gonna put them out. So just line them out. Just realized this is something I could have prepared earlier, but this is how we're gonna do it. It's not important, but then find a mixing bowl, a measuring cup. Mine says deciliter. If you don't use deciliter at home, well, I can't help you. We use the metric system, and all the ingredients are here. And I tried to find the English translations to all of them. So I'm gonna try to give you it as best as I can. If it's not correct, I will put them in the description below. So the ingredients are as follow. I actually need to find my notes because I usually don't make it in English. So since you want the English words for everything, I will give it in English. I will also write it in Norwegian for those of you who want to know that. So we're going to start with 2 deciliter of oats. I have what we call big oats. And just measure out 2 deciliter. If it's a little bit more or a little bit less, it's not that important. It's gonna be a great crisp bread anyway. I tried this many times now, and yeah, I accidentally measure a little bit wrong every time, and it's still very good. Sorry for that, I just had to make sure I had the right ingredient for the right English translation, because I forget. So we're going to use 1 deciliter of wheat bran. And this is extremely dry. It looks like, I don't know, sawdust. So 1 deciliter of wheat bran. And then 2 deciliters of oat bran. This is basically the I don't know, maybe the shell of the grain, I guess. A little bit more. And put it in. Next is 2 deciliter of whole grain rye flour. If you can't find it, find some other high protein, good flour that you like to use. It's not that important. This is basically what gives most of the, I don't know, glue in the crisp bread. Let's see. That's 2. And now it's time for the seeds. So we're gonna do sunflower seeds first, and that's 2 deciliter. And 2 deciliter of sesame seeds. Oops. And the last ingredient, if we don't count water and salt as ingredients, is linseeds. I actually have a mix of crushed and whole linseed. It doesn't actually matter. So now I'm just gonna put all this away. The next thing is a teaspoon of sea salt. If you like to use more, use more. Sometimes my wife say, you didn't use any salt. Well, I used what I use. So today I'm gonna use this much. Maybe 1.5. And let's see if that's salty enough. It's not good if it's really salty. And now we're gonna use the measuring cup to measure at 750 milliliter of water. There, and then take a spatula and then just pour it in and mix it. Now it's important to mix it so it's well combined, get all the salt in, and just basically mix it. The least we want is like lumps and things like that. And when that's done, we're gonna leave it for 10 minutes. That's basically just to get everything to swell up, suck up a little bit of the water. So, now we can let this sit. I will preheat the oven, well, at least start it. And I use the fan system on 150, 160 degrees. And next, we're gonna use butter. If you're vegan, well, I haven't tried it without the butter. And this is basically just to make sure that the parchment paper or baking paper releases the crisp bread. So, it might work with oil, some vegetable oil, never tried. This is real butter, no, this is margarine, is what we call it. So just take the big block of butter and just drag it down so that it gets a coating of butter. It doesn't need to be perfect. It's just so that you have a little bit all over. Also, when this melts, it's also gonna get very nice taste on the bottom. And makes it easier to let go of the sorry for the noise, but I need to move things around. I haven't tried it with melted butter, but I'm pretty sure you can just do that. It happens to, I was lucky enough to actually buy a new block of butter today. So it was very easy to just do it this way. And now that's done. The oven is heating up. This is going to be standing for 10 minutes and I will get back to you. And I will show you in a different angle how to get it out and maybe move the camera a little bit so you can see. Because the last step. So now it's time to spread it out on the cooking trays. So first we're just gonna mix it one more time. And well, to me it's not important that they are all very even. It's not easy to get it completely even. So what I'm usually doing is just pour some out. And usually this is where the hard part comes, because things move around, as you can see. So instead of showing you the entire process, I will show you the end result. And there you have it. 3 fairly equally leveled out portions. If it's not completely equal, it doesn't matter. It's just going to be some parts are thinner, some parts are thicker. And yeah, so now we're going to put them in the oven for first 15 minutes. After that, we're going to cut them up with a pizza roller, because it's easier now, well, not now, after 15 minutes. So you don't risk the mixture to like fall back after you cut it now, because it's so wet. So I'm gonna put them in the oven and get back to you in 15 minutes. Sorry for the shaky camera, but I have to take it out for the first cutting. And I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna show you the first one. Basically, I just use a pizza roller. Let me just find that in the dishwasher. But basically, you just cut it like the width you would like, all the way in like a squared pattern. And if it's not perfect, doesn't matter, it's gonna be eaten anyway because it's delicious. And then this way, and then I put it back in, and then I'm cutting the rest, and I'm gonna cut the other 2 trays, and I will be back at you when it's all done. So now the crisp bread are finally done. I cook them in intervals of 20 minutes after the initial 15 minutes after we cut them. So a total of cooking time today was 75-ish. So let's see if it's crispy. Very crispy. And let's taste it. Very good. My wife will be very pleased with this. If you ever decide to make them and you're happy with them, leave a comment below and let me know what you think about them. So, have a nice evening and see you in the next one. Goodbye.